Hello everyone, welcome back to AB-Aquariums again. It's been a little while, but I thought I'd just give you a little bit of an update, mainly on the 8-foot tank. Now it's coming along and how the fish are growing and what have you. So I'm just looking down the long sort of distance end of the tank at the minute, so you can sort of see straight down the whole length of it. But it gives you a good idea of the size of the tank and how big the fish are getting. But yeah, the Oscars are really, I mean, they're the ones that have kind of grown the most, as you can imagine. They're probably one of the fastest growing fish you're going to get. And yeah, to be honest, the one that was biggest to start with is now the smallest. So the others have overtaken him, or her. And the biggest one now is the wild type, or the bumblebee Oscar. Wherever he's gone, he's disappeared and hidden, as usual. When you want to see a fish, they always seem to hide. And the other fish that's really grown an awful lot is the black shark. He's got pretty massive. I mean, I must say, he must be getting on for 6 or 8 inches now. It's getting quite chunky. That one there, that was the biggest Oscar to start with, and now it's the smallest. That one there was the smallest, and it's now bigger than that one. And the Severum, yep, one of the Severums has grown an awful lot. I did lose the other Severum, but it was, I mean, as far as I'm aware, it was quite an old fish, to be fair. So that one did pass away, unfortunately. I've got 2 largest angelfish in here. They're a decent size. No one seems to bother them. If anything, they see everyone else off and shoo away any fish that are trying to bother them. The tinfoil barbs are getting massive. Quite fast growing, these guys. There's 6 tinfoil barbs in here. They're getting quite chunky. There's the bumblebee Oscar. Or yeah, it's more of a tiger Oscar, to be honest, but it looked more like a bumblebee when it was a baby. But yeah, that's now the biggest one, as you can see. That's probably 8 inches or so now. Yeah, it's getting quite chunky, that one. There's 2 clown loaches in here. They're fairly chunky. Yeah, everyone's doing really well. Everyone's growing in nicely. Everything's getting yeah, everything's getting pretty big. Sorry about the glare. It's a terrible glare in here from the windows. And we've added a skull to this tank. It's a sheep's skull that's been on a farm for many years. There was nothing left in it, but I give it a good old boil and whatever, just to get rid of any nasties. But yeah, I thought it was quite a nice addition. Sheep's skull. The clown loaches seem to go in it. Well, if they can squeeze in the front bit, where the front of the skull a little bit, but that's about as far as I can get in. But yeah, no, everyone's doing very well. Just I've recently got 3 Bala sharks that I've got in the quarantine tank at the moment, just growing them out, making sure they're not ill or anything, and getting fattened up. I want to get them to put some size on before I add them to this tank, but they will go in this tank eventually. But yeah, the Oscars are absolutely smashing the food. As soon as we put it in, it's gone. They like the shelled mussels. They quite like them. And I'm feeding Hikari pellets as well. There is a fairly chunky sailfin pleco in here as well, but he's probably hiding on the other side of the wood. And there's also the Baisha, the Enlakeri Baisha, which is really good at hiding. He likes to hide under the wood as well, but he sort of buries himself in the sand a little bit, so you can hardly see him. But when he comes out to eat the mussels, he swallows them whole, and he's getting quite chunky now as well. He's probably as far as fish size goes in this tank, he's probably the biggest fish in here. Probably getting on for at least a foot in length, so he'll only get bigger than that as well. But yeah, the black shark, the only sort of aggression I've got in the tank is mainly from the black shark, but they're known for being quite an aggressive fish. But there's not really anything else apart from he'll chase a fish away from his little area, and then that'd be the end of it. There's no sort of like actual damage that occurs to any of the fish. They do all sort of get along well. I think he's more like the tank boss, either that or the Severum. The Severum likes to be a bit of a boss in the tank as well. But I like the tinfoil barbs having a bit of a dither fish effect, and they seem to sort of, I don't know, like spread the aggression and deter the fish from carrying on chasing each other, you know, if that makes any sense. But yeah, no, everyone's doing really well. Just a quick update, just you know, because it's been a little while since I've done a video, so just wanted to give a little bit of an update on the 8-foot tank and how all the fish are doing. and what I'm going to add to it. I have got a silver arowana in another tank that I'm growing out, but he's growing slowly and he's a bit fussy about eating dry foods. He seems to like mealworms the most, so I'm trying to get him onto prepared foods before, and I want to get him some size on him before he goes anywhere near this tank. But yeah, he's still very small, so I've got him in another tank for now. But yeah, there we go. There's the 8-foot tank. And I'll see you on the next one with another update or another waffle on and about another fish, or we'll see what we're going to do on the next video. But yeah, I'll have a little think and I'll come back to you on the next one. Take care.